Now you can see our Department of Interior, you can see that they try to keep, at some point they'll paint over that, but they try to keep the integrity of the neighborhood, still try to keep it up. Now last year, as a matter of fact, if you had seen this home here to the left, you would say implode it, tear it down, because it's an eyesore for the community. But look at what it looks like now.
Which one?
This one to the left.
The green one.
The green one?
Yeah.
So they do have an integrity in regard to keeping the preservation of these neighborhoods.
So there was a predominantly black people
Yes, yes.
neighborhood.
Yeah, it was a flight at one point. There was an issue so far as for our protest. It was a claim that a woman was taking advantage of, a white woman was taking advantage of, and when that took place, it was a mad flight. Many of the people who actually lived in this neighborhood, they moved up to another neighborhood that I'll point out, and at that time it became more of a middle-class neighborhood. Okay. But now, when you're visiting our city, so many people are more so interested in the downtown area, so far as for all of the high-rise and beautiful buildings. But if you wanted, but if you wanted to get a full effect, if you wanted to get, well, he stopped, and I stopped, so we all. Okay, all right. Now, I was mentioning the same neighborhood that we're about to drive through now. Basically, to the left of us, we had a mayor. Her name was Shirley Franklin. During her administration for 8 years, she said we wanted to make this neighborhood more of a neighborhood for affordable homes and things along that line. All of these beautiful kind of like townhouses and things that you will see to our left right here came to be during her administration. Also, the area right here that we are driving through used to be an old area so far as for places where they were actually old warehouses now that have been refurbished, basically turned into a mixed development for small businesses. If you're a fan for good old Cajun cooking, Surplus would be a great place for it to dine. But all in the same area right here, what is taking place as well is that they built a walkway. They built a walkway, which is called the Belt Line. Now the Belt Line is well known. It's about a 15-mile stretch. It would take you all the way from this area all throughout some of the other areas of the city. Now, so if you like jogging, walking, riding your bikes or anything along that line, this is a nice little neighborhood to hang out in.
So what is the neighborhood actually called?
This is the neighborhood all in this area is still a part. This is basically Inman Park.
Inman Park, thank you.
Inman Park. If you wanted to know a little bit more about the history of Inman Park, this is it. This is one of the first neighborhoods of wealth, of some of the wealthy citizens of the city. And I'll point that out a little further down as well. So yes, this is one of the places to actually really be, you know.
This is the walkway.
Oh, okay.
And this is called the Belt Line, Atlanta Belt Line. And what they've done all throughout this Belt Line right here, they've built other little fast food places and things along that line. So, you know, if you get a little famished while you're walking, you can pull over, get a little something to eat or whatever. Now, Tyler Perry, at his humble beginnings so far as being in the film industry, his first production center was right in the same little area right here. That used to be an old factory where they made pot-belly stoves. That has been refurbished now basically and turned into a small retail as well. But right there where you see Stage Works, that's where the humble beginnings for Tyler Perry, right there.
Wow.
Now he owns a property with some 300 acres, you know. What an improvement. This takes us to Inman Park. Now this is named after Samuel Inman. Samuel Inman, he's well known because, basically Samuel Inman, his claim to fame was textile. He owned a textile mill and things along that line, and he became very wealthy. So two of the wealthiest people or citizens of the city of Atlanta during that time, one would have been Samuel Inman, and another one, his name would be Robert Woodruff. Now, and both of them live in this neighborhood right here. Now, Robert Woodruff was well known because he was basically the CEO of Coca-Cola. And if you get to visit the world of Coca-Cola, you'll get to see so much of the achievements that he actually did. Real estate in this area right here can easily start with about 400,000 all the way up to about 1.6 million.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Stay in this area.
Now, one thing about the area, a lot of people have that same remark, but I said, if we were to turn around and head back toward downtown, we can be back at the Hilton in less than 15 minutes. In about 15 minutes. So that's the reason to let you know how close the neighborhood is to downtown. That would actually somewhat justify the price that you would actually pay. But they're not shabby homes after we get a little further into the neighborhood, as you can see. Now, the time to drive through this neighborhood here, though, would be around the springtime.